to You Bet Your A winner in Super Bowl pick style. Normally I make a NFL Survivor video series every week called Pick a Winners with the Cheezeman. Please come back and check that out, especially next year. It's a great video series. And I always give my top 5 plays each week. Starting in the playoffs, I did these videos, You Bet Your A winner videos for divisional round, conference round, and now the Super Bowl. The video's out there for the Super Bowl, but it's like 30 minutes long. And I know most of us have the attention span of like 4-year-olds in a candy store, right? We're buzzing from place to place. So sometimes 30 minutes is too much for us, but that is the full flavored. It's a great video. It's got a lot of cool stuff in there, metrics, data, whatever. But in this version, we're just going to scale it down to the light version, just give you our picks. I got 10 Super Bowl picks for you. Take a look here. National anthem. The over-under is 2 minutes and 5 seconds. We've got country music star Chris Stapleton singing. I love this dude. I'm not a big country guy, right? So I don't know all of his stuff. But I will say this, country singers have gone over 3 out of 4 times in Super Bowls. But 205 is a big number. We've only had 8 national anthems go over 2 minutes and 5 seconds in the history of the national anthem. And you can see there, the overs 8, 6, and 2. 6 unders, 2 pushes. Now, we had some country singers sing recently. Eric Church did it with Jasmine Sullivan. Now, here's the thing, though. They did it in 2 minutes and 17 seconds, but she really sang that last note for like 12, 13 seconds. Okay? And then Luke Bryan sang it a cappella, and he only got to 204, and he sang that last note like 10 seconds. Now, from what I've seen from Chris Stapleton, he don't extend those notes like our blues and soul and hip-hop folks. You know, the ladies who know how to belt it out. He's more a little, toned down with his singing, likes to play that guitar. The timer starts when they say the word "oh," so any music before that doesn't count. And it ends when they say "brave." Any music after that doesn't count. We're going under 2 minutes and 5 seconds on Chris Stapleton National Anthem. A couple minutes later, we got the coin flip, right? Check this out. Here's the data on the coin toss, 56 Super Bowls, 28 heads, 28 tails. Remember you're a little kid learning probability in school and you're like, what the heck is this stuff? And the teacher pulled out the coin example. How bizarre is it that we're exactly 28 heads, 28 tails in this? So in the last 10 Super Bowls, we've had 5 heads, 5 tails. But in the last 5, we've had 4 heads out of 5. One quick note here, the winner of the coin toss has lost 8 straight Super Bowls. So you might take a look at who wins the coin toss and bet on the other team. In the meantime, we've seen 4 out of 5 heads. We're going tails. Get your 2 winners right out of the gate. Here we go. Pick number 3, quarter scoring. Quarter with the most points scored. In the last 10 Super Bowls, second quarter has been the highest scoring quarter, averaging over 15 points a game. Higher than the fourth quarter. And, oh, by the way, when you look at second quarter scoring, Philadelphia is number 1 in the league, averaging over 12 points a game. Kansas City's number 3, averaging over 10 points a game. We like the second quarter to be the highest scoring quarter of the game here. Both these teams like to jump out offensively, and then the second half, those defenses buckle up a little bit. Now, it could turn into a fourth quarter shootout back and forth. We're going to gamble on the second quarter, and we're getting plus 200 to do it. If the second quarter can be the highest scoring going into the fourth quarter, we may hedge our play by taking an over in the fourth quarter as well. Just something to think about. We're also looking at the first half scoring. Currently, the over-under in the first half is set at 24.5 points. So we need to get to 25 to take the over here. First half scoring. Philadelphia, the number 1 team in the NFL at 18.2 points a game. Kansas City, number 2 at 15.5 points a game. Now, I don't care if you use the old math or the new math, that adds up to over 33 points. Our current OU is 24.5. Feel like we got a little room there to play with. So we're going to go ahead and take the over 24.5 points in the first half. Now, one thing to note here, when we get 14 points or more in the second quarter, the game over is 21-6. So we go over for the game 21 out of 27 times that's occurred. So just a little foreshadowing for you. All right, let's get into pick number 5. Philly is currently -1.5. Kansas City has the number 1 offense and the number 1 passing offense. Philly has the number 1 defense and the number 1 passing defense. 3 Super Bowls, 3 times since 1990 we've had this situation occur. All 3 times the team with the number 1 passing defense won the game. We're going to go ahead and take Philly -1.5. They've been the best team in the league all year. They're the best team at every position. They have the best offensive line in football, probably the best defensive line in football. Obviously, the thing that scares us, Coach Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and their playoff Super Bowl experience. That's a big factor. but we like Philadelphia to get this thing done. All right, let's take a look now at the OU at 50.5. Listen, we've had some crazy playoffs here. We had an under in the final wild card game when Dallas's kicker missed 4 extra points and the game went under by ½ a point. Then in the divisional round, we had 4 straight unders. In the conference round, we had 2 more unders. That's 7 playoff game unders in a row. Oh, by the way, we've had 4 Super Bowls go under in a row. We need the streak to stop. Everybody wants a great game with lots of scoring and action, back and forth, and we're going to gamble on it. We're taking the over this game, primarily because these 2 teams get out and score early in the game, and like we mentioned, we get 14 points that second quarter. The over's 21-6 for the game. We're taking the over 50.5. All right, pick number 7. Speaking of defense, we're looking at Patrick Mahomes to throw an interception. It's currently set at 0.5, so he just has to throw 1 interception to hit the over there. So let's take a look at this. Look, the 2 teams that lead the league in sacks, Philly is number 1 by a mile, 70 sacks. KC is second with 55. These 2 teams put pressure on the quarterbacks, okay? Now, Mahomes is a magician at not getting sacked. He finds ways to escape that rush and get rid of the football. The issue there is sometimes he puts the ball at risk, okay? And Philly is a top 5 team in interceptions, as well as getting all of those sacks. Mahomes has thrown 12 interceptions this year. Hurts led the league in least amount of interceptions for starting quarterbacks, tied with Danny Jones at like 6. But we like the idea that Mahomes may get in trouble once or twice, throw a bad ball. We're going to take Patrick Mahomes over a ½ interception. Speaking of Mahomes, let's take a look here. He's going to be under pressure all game. We love Patrick Mahomes running the football in playoff games, Super Bowl games, and in big games in general. He's not afraid to take off and run the football, and he's good at it. Now, even with that ankle, maybe not at 100%, he's indicated it's pretty darn good. So even at 80%, we feel like this guy's one of the most mentally toughest quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. He's so good. We know he'll fight through the pain. We like this number, over 18 yards rushing. Love it. We're taking the over. Patrick Mahomes rushing over 18 yards. All right, pick number 9, anytime TD. Speaking of running the football, normally we love Jalen Hurts to get his rushing yard total, but I think it's up over 50 yards right now. That's a lot. I still think he could probably get it, but it's just a lot. I don't think it's a good value bet there. But what we do like is Jalen Hurts has run for 13 touchdowns in the regular season. He's run for 2 more in the playoffs, 1 in each game. That's 15. He's basically averaging about 1 rushing touchdown a game. We're going to take Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown scorer. Pick number 10. Actually, we got 10 and a bonus for you. This could be receiving yards and passing touchdowns. Look, we're committed to the over this game, obviously. So we want to see a lot of yardage and scoring. Let's take a look here. Kansas City has a number 19 pass defense. Now, Philly's one weakness is probably their pass offense, but I can tell you this. Philly runs out to leads, right? The number 1 scoring team in the NFL in the second quarter. They usually get a lead. In the second half, they just grind you out, run the football, and they don't throw it as much. They don't have to. This game, I don't think they're going to stop Kansas City from scoring. They're going to have to keep throwing the football. And when they do, they're pretty good at it. They're much better than a number 12 pass offense. They're probably more like a number 6 or 8 pass offense. We're going to see them fling it around. We like Devontae Smith to go over his total. Last I saw it was about 61 yards. It might be higher by now. If you prefer, go A.J. Brown. I actually think both of them might get it. But, take your pick. Brown's the number 1. Smith is the 1A. He could be a number 1 receiver on a lot of teams in the NFL. And then we do like this as well. Here's a bonus pick for you. There's a combined bet. You take Patrick Mahomes plus Jalen Hurts passing touchdowns over 3.5. Feel like between the 2, we're going to get at least 4. We're going to see over 50 points of scoring. We're going to see some passing touchdowns. That's our 10th bet plus a bonus. Hey, really appreciate our sponsor, CooperGroove.com. Go check out their golf grips. They're a lot of fun. Hey guys, really join us next year when our NFL Survivor videos, picking winners with the Cheezeman. In the meantime, good luck in the Super Bowl. This has been You Bet Your A Winner Super Bowl Lifestyle.